Hi, this is Amy Romeo from the jewelry and craft making blog amyromeo.com, and on this channel I show you fun and easy jewelry making and craft projects. Today on the video I'm going to be showing you how to make this very cool Spotify Code Keychain. And if you're wondering what a Spotify code is, it's a graphic code that you can scan using the Spotify app on your phone, and whatever song you've chosen will magically play. It's really cool. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make this with faux leather and heat transfer vinyl and a Cricut. I'm going to show you how to get the code from Spotify and how to cut it with the Cricut and then assemble the keychain. So if you want to dive into this project, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. The first materials you'll need for this Spotify keychain project is the keychain shape SVG that you're going to use to cut the keychain out of faux leather. And that's in my resource library on my blog. It's a free file, and I'll leave a link below in the description box so you can grab that. You'll also need the SVG file for your desired song from Spotify, and I'm going to walk you through how to get that SVG file and download it to your computer. Then you'll need a purple strong grip cutting mat and a green standard grip cutting mat. If you're using the Cricut Joy, you can also do this project. You'll just need the extra long mat, not the regular small size mat. You'll also need faux leather in the color of your choice, some heat transfer vinyl in the color of your choice, some craft scissors and a weeding tool, an Easy Press Mini or an Easy Press or a traditional heat press. If you're using the Mini or a Easy Press, you'll need a heat pressing pad and some kind of a cover sheet, like a Teflon cover sheet or a piece of parchment paper. You'll need some craft glue, and I'll show you a few different options when we get to that section. Blue painter's tape, a paintbrush, a key ring, and some Mod Podge to seal your keychain when it's finished. So I'm going to be showing you how to grab your Spotify code using a desktop computer. You're going to go to spotify.com, and if you don't have an account, it's free to create one. You can do that quickly, and then you'll scroll down and you'll launch the web player. In the search box here, you can type the name of any song you're looking for, but my song I know is already here. So I will scroll down. This is the song that I want, and I'll click on these three dots and then click copy song link. It'll tell me that the link was copied to the clipboard. And then I'm going to go to the website called spotifycodes.com. And in this box here, there'll be some text. You'll just delete it and you'll paste in your song code and click Get Spotify Code. This box will appear, and you don't need to change any of these options. Down here, instead of JPEG, like it normally says, you're going to want it to say SVG. And then click Download. That's going to download the code onto your computer in the SVG file format, and you'll want to remember where that downloads because you'll need to find it in a few minutes. To grab the keychain shapes, you're going to want to go to my blog, amyromeo.com, and click on the resource library if you already have a password. If you don't have a password, you can click here to go ahead, sign up on my list, and get a password. I'm going to click on the resource library. I'm already logged in with the password. So here I see Spotify Code Keychain. I'll click on that, and it will download a zipped folder that contains the keychain shape files. So you'll want to remember where you download that file and unzip the folder first before you try and upload it to Cricut Design Space. Once you're in Cricut Design Space, we're going to start a new project and then click Upload, Upload Image, and we're going to browse for our keychain shape and also the code art. So this is my code shape. I'm going to open that. And it looks a little funny in the preview with some missing items, but don't worry about that because it cuts just fine. I'm going to save and bring that here into my recently uploaded images row. I'll click on it to select it and insert the image to place it on the canvas. I'm going to drag it up to the top left corner. The first thing I want to do is get rid of the black box because we won't be cutting that. We don't need that. So in the layers panel, I just clicked the eye icon to make that disappear. And then I'm going to click up here on the actual code so that it selects everything, all the little pieces of vinyl that are going to cut, and I'm going to click attach. That's going to make sure that they all stay together and they cut together in a row. And I'm going to upload the keychain shape. So there's two keychain shapes that I created for you. One is taller and you can have the code and the song title, and the other is narrow and it's made just for the code. So I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to use the template called Spotify Keychain Narrow SVG. And here you'll see a preview of the shape that's going to cut. Again, we'll click on it to bring it into the canvas. And there it is. So we need to size our Spotify code so that it fits nicely on the keychain. And that measurement is going to be 3.5 inches wide. So up here in the search box, I'm going to make sure that the icon is locked so that the shape changes size proportionately. I'm going to change the width to 3.5, and that made it smaller. And then I'm going to click on duplicate, and that will create a copy. And now we have two of those codes. We're ready to start formatting our mats and send this to the cutter. So I'll click Make It. And Cricut Design Space is going to separate these two different cutting mats for us automatically based on the different colors. So the first thing I want to do is mirror the art, the mat that's going to cut the Spotify art, and so that it cuts correctly. So I did that. And the keychain I don't need to mirror because it's the same shape either way. So the first mat that's going to cut is the vinyl mat. I'm going to make a note here of what size vinyl I need to put on my mat. So it looks like I need a piece that's about 1 inch tall and a little less than 8 inches wide. So I'll click continue. And for this mat, I'm going to, I like to select the washi sheet setting to cut vinyl. I find that it cuts intricate cuts better than the regular vinyl setting. So I will click that. Oh, and I wanted to show you, if you don't have washi sheet selected as a favorite here like I do, you can click on Browse All Materials and type it in and find it and select it that way. I cut vinyl with just the regular setting, so I leave that on default. And now we're ready to get our mat prepared and make our cut. So I've already cut my heat transfer vinyl to the size that I noted in the mat preview screen. I'm going to put it in the top left corner of my Cricut green cutting mat. This is with the shiny side down. Press it all over and then load it into the machine. And press the C button to start the cut. So now I'm going to take the vinyl off of the mat, and I'm just going to peel it off like that, and then use my weeding tool to weed away the excess vinyl. Now we're ready to cut the faux leather mat. So we're back in Cricut Design Space to cut the second mat, which is the faux leather keychain shape. And I'm going to hover over the mat preview so that I get a sense of what size material I need to cut the shape completely. So it looks like I need a piece of faux leather that's about 10 inches wide and 2 inches tall. And here I'm going to select a different material. I use faux leather paper thin as my material setting whenever I'm cutting faux leather, and I use the same setting whether I'm cutting on a Maker or an Explore Air 2 or a Cricut Joy. If you're making this project with an Explore Air 2, you'll just need to turn your dial to custom before you choose faux leather. And for the Cricut Joy, there's just a few other steps you need to take before you can make this material selection. So I'm going to link to a video that walks you through the specific steps for cutting faux leather on a Joy, but you can totally do it. I have faux leather paper thin here already set as a favorite, but if you don't, you can click on Browse All Materials here, the green text, type in faux leather, it'll pop up and you can click it to select it. So I select faux leather paper thin, and I always choose more pressure from this pressure menu. That's just my personal preference. Your machine may do something different, but you'll get to know your machine and how it cuts faux leather with practice. So this is all we need to do in Cricut Design Space. Now we're gonna set up our mat and make the cut. To cut the faux leather keychain shape, you're gonna wanna put your faux leather pretty side down, cut in the shape that you saw in the preview in Cricut Design Space, press it down really well, and I've already started putting blue painter's tape around all of the edges. This is going to keep your material from moving and shifting on the mat while it cuts. It's a simple step, but it's a really important one. I'm going to load the mat. And I'm going to start the cut by pressing the C button. So when the cut's complete, you always want to check the cut before you unload the mat. The faux leather paper thin setting is an automatic double cut, which is great, but sometimes the machine needs to cut another round of 2 cuts. So I always like to check first before I unload the mat. I'll take my sharp little weeding tool and just get in there and see if the cut went through all the way. If it didn't, as long as I haven't unloaded the mat, I can press the C button again and it will repeat the double cut again. In this case, it looks like it cut fine, so I'm going to unload the mat and just peel up the keychain shape. And you'll see how we assemble this, but it's going to fold in half, the keychain will be over here, and our design will be on both sides. So let me show you how we're going to get our design onto the faux leather and finish up this keychain. So now we're going to press the Spotify Code vinyl shape onto the faux leather keychain shape that we cut. I'm going to be using the Cricut Easy Press Mini to do this on the lowest temperature setting. You can also use a regular Easy Press or even a traditional heat press, as long as you don't use too much pressure, because too much pressure can damage the pebbling on faux leather. So I'm going to set my vinyl shape onto the keychain and center it. And you'll notice that one shape is facing this way and the other one is this way, and that's because when you put the keychain together, I like to have the beginning of the code on the left side, whether you flip it this way or this way. And the way you achieve that is to have one of them this way and one of them upside down. So I'm going to use, this is a little piece of Teflon sheet that I cut to size. I'm going to put that over the top. You can also use parchment paper, but you don't want to ever use wax paper. And then I'm just going to start to press. I'm pressing firmly and I'm moving it back and forth like an iron. I'm going to press for about 10 seconds and then I will check. Faux leather has a pebble texture and sometimes the design doesn't stick all the way down. So you just want to check it first. If necessary, I could have just laid it right back down. As you know, if I was peeling it up, I could just put it right back down in place and press it some more if necessary. And I'll flip over to this side. So once we finish pressing and we let this cool for just a minute, we're going to glue the two shapes together. And I wanted to mention an important point. I like to press the vinyl first and then glue instead of gluing first and then pressing. And that's because if the glue in between the layers is not completely dry, if you press vinyl on top of the keychain shape with glue in between, the faux leather can bubble. So you don't want to do that. So you want to press first and then glue. I always like to put the keychain, the key ring, on first so I don't have to do that later. And I'm going to use some paper to protect my work surface. I'm going to be using quick hold glue for this, but you can also use E6000, or you could use art glitter glue or any kind of fabric glue you like at home and you have at home, because really the back of faux leather is just fabric. I'm going to glue just one side only. You want to get pretty close to the edge without making a giant mess. The glue will seep to the edge, and that'll help you get a seal around the edges, which is nice. You want to make sure you don't get glue inside this little sort of bridge area between the two keychain shapes. You want your glue to stop right here and just go this way. And all you do is bend your shape, and you want to press down. I'm going to press everywhere. If any glue comes out the side, that's fine. You can wipe it away with your finger or a damp cloth. Now the key to getting this to glue nice and flat is to press it with something heavy, at least for a few hours, but overnight is best. So I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of paper here. I'm going to put a heavy book on top and let it dry overnight, and then I'll show you how to seal it. So the last step of the Spotify Code Keychain project is to seal your vinyl onto the faux leather, and this is going to keep your vinyl from lifting up or peeling. I like to use Mod Podge for this. I like the matte one, so it doesn't make the surface too shiny, but you can use whichever one you like. I'm going to use a wide, flat brush, and I'm just going to brush the Mod Podge all over the surface. I'm going to do this side first, and I'm going to do the edges. When you do the edges, carefully all the way around, that's going to help create a nice seal between the two pieces of faux leather. So I'm going to go all the way around, let that dry, and then flip it over, do the back side, let the back side dry, and then repeat at least one more time to make a nice seal on your keychain. But I have one that's already finished, so I can show you how cool it is when you scan the code. So here's the keychain that's finished and sealed with Mod Podge. I'm going to click on the Spotify app, and I'm going to click down here the little magnifying glass, and then you need to click inside this search bar. There's a little camera icon here. When I click on the camera icon, it's going to open a viewfinder and it's going to try and find your code. So you want to make sure that your code is visible, and it happens quickly, so you might miss it. I'm going to click the camera icon, and it already scanned the code, and it started playing the song instantly. Isn't that cool? So this version is the narrow shape with just the code, and then I wanted to show you I also did a taller version which has the code and the title of the song. And if you go to my blog post at amyromeo.com, I'll leave a link in the description below, but you can see exactly how I added the text. I basically just added a line of text in Cricut Design Space and sized it to 3.5 inches wide. If the title of your song is really long, then I recommend leaving off the title because it'll be really hard to weed. But isn't this a great project, a great personalized project for someone special that you share a music memory with, or to commemorate a special event in your life where music was a big part of it? And that's it, your keychain is complete. I hope you like that project. I think the Spotify keychain is a really fun and cool personalized gift that you can give at the holidays or any time of year to commemorate a special musical memory. And if you want to see more fun keychain projects and tutorials, I have a lot of them at my blog at amyromeo.com. I hope you'll head over there and check them out. And I'll see you in the next video.